Hello children, welcome back. So children, today again we will continue with your chapter 3, that is fiber to fabric. Okay, so in the last video I have given you some knowledge check. Okay, so we will try to solve it that one. Fill in the blanks using the words given in the box. Okay, so words are given here. Okay, and you have to fill it in the blanks. Okay, so number one is earlier people wore unstitched clothes. Okay, and number two, the fiber obtained from the dry husks of coconut is called coir. Okay, number three, separations of cotton fibers from its seeds is called ginning. Number 4. Based on the origin, fibers can be classified as natural and synthetic. And the last one you see, flax fiber is obtained from the stem of the plant. Okay, so we all have learned about this. Yes or no? So you try to fill in these words in the blanks. Okay. Now we'll see this. This is fiber to fabric. Okay. So fibers are not directly converted into fabric or cloth. So you see children, these fibers are not directly converted into fabric or cloth. Okay. Let's see then how it's happened. Okay. Fibers are first converted into yarns or thread, which are woven together into fabric. Okay, so you see, first these fibers are converted into yarn or threads. Okay, then after that they are woven together. Okay, and then they form a fabric. Okay, a yarn is a long continuous length of interlock fibers. So you see, a yarn is a thread is a long, okay, and it is continuous length of two interlock fibers. Okay, and you see strands of fibers are brought closer to each other by twisting. So these fibers, okay, these strands of fibers are brought together closer to each other, okay, by twisting. Okay, twist imparts strength to the fiber, okay, fiber strain, which is then termed as yarn. Okay, so this twist, okay, make the fiber strong, okay, make the fiber strain strong. Okay, then which is then termed as yarn. Got it? Now children, we will see this process of making yarn from fiber. Okay, here we will see how these threads are made from fiber. Okay, so fibers are short strands that are spun to form long strands called yarns. Okay, so you see these children, fibers are short strands, okay, that are spinned or spun to form a long strands called yarns. Understood? Now we will see how spinning of yarn is done. Okay, so you see here spinning of yarn. The process of making yarn from fibers is called spinning. Okay, so the process of making this yarn, okay, from fiber is called spinning. Okay, now again here you see traditionally fibers are spun into yarn by using a hand spindle or takli, okay, or a spinning wheel, charkha. Nowadays a spinning of yarn is done with the help of spinning machines. Okay, so what happened, this traditionally these fibers are spun into yarn by using a hand, okay, hand spindle called takli, okay, or spinning wheel called charkha. Okay, nowadays the spinnings of yarn is done with the help of spinning machines. Okay, now here you see spinning of yarn with a hand spindle. So this is the hand spindle. Okay, and here you see spinning of yarn with a spinning wheel. Okay, so this is charkha. Got it children? So we have seen how this fibers is made into yarn. Okay, here we will see how this yarn is made into fabric. Okay, so you see here process of making fabric from yarn. Yarns are arranged into fabric by weaving or knitting. Okay, so these yarn are made into fabric by weaving or knitting. Okay, so weaving and knitting can be done by hand or by machines. Okay, so this weaving and knitting can also be done in two ways. Okay, that is by hand or by machines. Okay, and here you see weaving. The process of arranging two sets of yarn together are to make a fabric is called yarn. Okay, so to this one in making weaving, what happened? These two yarns are set together, okay, to make a fabric, okay. So that process is called weaving, okay. The weaving of fabric is done on looms, okay. So this weaving is done on looms. Here looms are of two types, okay. That is, looms that are manually operate are called hand looms, okay. If these looms are manually operate, okay, that means it is a hand looms, and while those that are use electricity are called power looms, okay. Those who made in electricity, okay, that use electricity to make this is called power looms, okay. The pattern obtained after weaving the yarn is called a weave, okay. So after weaving, okay, after weaving the pattern has been obtained, okay, and that is called a weave, okay. In weaving, the yarns that run lengthwise are called wrap, and the run across are called weft, okay. So here in weaving, what happened? One goes, okay, lengthwise straight, okay, and that one is called a wrap, okay, and the one that cross, okay, that cross that lengthwise thread, that is the weft, okay. So here you see this one is handloom, okay. These are made manually, okay. These are made by the humans, okay. You see this woman weaving, okay, and this is power loom, that means they are using electricity, okay. So we have learned about the weaving, okay. Now we will see about knitting, okay. The process of arranging a single yarn to make a fabric is called knitting. So here you see knitting is done using only a single yarn to make a fabric, okay, but weaving is done using two yarn, yes or no? So here knitting is done using a single thread or single yarn, okay. Knitting can be done by hand using knitting needles or machines, okay. Knitting can be done by hand or by machines also, okay. Knitting fabrics can be done from cotton, wool, jute, silk, or many other types of yarn, okay. So you see this one knitting done by hand, and this one you see knitting done by machines, okay. Now we will see here tech updates, okay. India is the largest producers of cotton and also exports it, okay. So India is the largest producers of cotton, okay. Other than other country, India is the largest producers of cotton, okay, and it also export the cotton to other places also, okay. The major problems farmer face in cotton cultivation is the attack of moths and insects on the cotton, okay. So the farmer, they face lots of problems, okay, during these cotton cultivations, okay, because these moths and insects live on the cotton, they attack the farmers, okay. To overcome this problem, genetically modified cotton, okay, also called BT cotton, has been developed. So to overcome from such attack, okay, to overcome from such attack of these moths and insects, what happened? This genetically modified cotton has been developed or introduced, okay, that is called BT cotton. So here BT means Bacillus thuringiensis, okay, Bacillus thuringiensis, okay. So this BT cotton has been developed, okay. BT cotton is resistant to attack by moths and insects. This helps the farmers in producing large amount of cotton crop, okay. So this BT cotton is resistant to the attack of moths and insect, okay. In BT cotton, this moth and insect, they cannot live, okay, because the cotton plant itself is a resistance of such insects, okay. So these are helping the farmers in producing large amount of cotton crop, okay. So again here you see science in action, okay. There are many industries that recycle the worn out clothes by converting them back into fibers, okay. So what happens? There are also industries that recycle the clothes, okay, the old clothes or the worn out clothes, okay, by converting them into a fibers, okay. These fibers can be used in making doormats, carpets, and quilts. Panipat in Haryana is famous for such industries. So these fibers are again made into a doormats, carpets, and quilts, okay. And here you see Panipat in Haryana is famous for such industries, okay. So here we stop with our chapter 3, okay. So we will meet in the next video with our new chapter. Okay.